Does this situation sound familiar? Your dad, a widower, is dating a woman 20 years younger. Or your mom, who's been divorced, suddenly is spending a lot of time with a man you know very little about. Your parent has been targeted by a gold digger who's just after his money, you think? Here to explain the warning signs and to provide some tips to protect your parent is my law partner, Mike Solomon.
Hi, Lori.
So, what are the warning signs if you think your mom or dad has been ensnared by a gold digger?
Well, first, most of the time that's not an issue. Most of the time, presumably, they're a nice person, and your parent, obviously is entitled to some happiness. But once in a while, you have something that's going on, and you ought to be aware of it and look for certain signs. Number one, if all of a sudden this person, early on is spending a tremendous amount of time with your parent. Or number two, in combination, they might cut your parents off from family and friends. Or they change some of the economics. Maybe they've gone on the parent's bank account, or they've changed the parent's will, or the financial power of attorney. That's a big important document. All of a sudden they've been named on that document. Those are all signs that something's going on.
Okay, so what should we do if we suspect there's a problem?
Well, probably the first thing is just get to know this person. Sit down and converse with them, try to get a little idea on their background, and then if you have any suspicions, maybe then do a little background search. See if you can find out more about this person, see if anything's going on.
Okay, is there any kind of legal steps we can take to protect a parent?
Well, first of all, why don't you check to see if the parent has made any changes to the documents. If all of a sudden the parent has changed the will or the power of attorney or the bank accounts, those sort of things that I talked about. If they've done that, then you ought to sit down with the parent and try to figure out what's going on. Why did they make that change? And then if you're really uncomfortable with that, because sometimes it's hard for the child to do that, then maybe what they do is set up an appointment with an attorney, an elder law attorney, someone who's familiar with these sort of scenarios, and then that could be the independent person looking at the situation and maybe giving the proper advice.
How about if my parent isn't really thinking straight?
Well, what you need to do then, if you really think your parent is not thinking straight, not as competent as they used to be or competent at all, that's an open opportunity for someone to take advantage of it. Have them meet with a doctor. See if the doctor comes back with a evaluation. If they do come back and say the parent is no longer competent, then you might have to go seek a guardianship to protect the parent.
Okay, wow. As your parent ages, stay in close contact. That's the best protection from a gold digger. But if a new friend appears on the scene and you suspect evil intentions, follow Mike's advice. And if you have any questions, give Mike a call.
Call Budish, Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.bssplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, we'll reveal the 5 lifestyle changes that helped a woman lose 70 pounds. They could help you too. Then, do you have an inner artist? We'll show you the conclusion that creativity can enhance aging. Plus, we'll tell you the top tips for terrific-looking teeth. Until then, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www.golden.tv for all the latest information and show updates.